Hey guys, and welcome back to The Interceptor. So I'm here with another war. This is going to be Season 18, War number 9, and we actually matched a very hard alliance. We matched e-SQD, or RO31 Elite Squad. They are a Masters alliance. I believe they've gotten Masters the last 3 seasons. It might just be the only, or the last 2. So today we're going Path 6 through Path 2 with that Emma Frost. There's very few champs that can very, very safely take Emma on that node, and I just happen to have a rank 3 6-star of one of the options. So again, we do have a Mojo boss there, and there's actually a little thing I got to talk about this boss specifically. But today we're definitely taking in a little bit of a different team. So we're taking in Medusa because you may have seen on that left side there was a Warlock mini, and then we're taking in the normal Quake and Guillotine team. So today I was just checking what that synergy was, but on the first node here we have a thing on, I think this is node 4, or node 5, I can't remember exactly. But basically the way that this node works, this is brute force and all or nothing. So you can hit him as much as you want as long as you're quaking the rest of the fight. And I am actually going to mess up in this fight, and you guys are going to see what happens. But we do boost up. We use all the boosts, so 150 units right there. And when I have taken this fight with Quake 6 times, either 5 or 6 times in the last few seasons. I'm extremely comfortable with this fight, and you guys are going to see but why I mess up. So basically the way this fight works is I wanted to get my brute force off, but I couldn't do it because he was playing really awkward. And then right here, the stun expires, he comes in, or sorry, no, maybe it's next cycle. So we haven't messed up majorly yet. So I go in for that light attack. Here, okay, so if you watch the timer slowly, when he goes in, okay, I'm gonna pause the video. Everyone watch this. So I go back, right, and the stun expires right here, and I see brute force is about to expire. So like he charges in. Let's play this at full speed. He charges in, and then I'm going to evade and then hit a parry. But since concussion was up, when you're blocking and you have concussion up, it actually auto-evades. So what I was expecting to be a parry was actually an auto-evade, which made it impossible for me to parry. And there, the exact same thing happens. So in my head, I'm like, oh shit, this brute force timer is real messed up. I have to land a heavy, and I'm like, oh, 7% left, I've got this. And then I make a mistake quaking. He's down to 7%, and I died to brute force. I was so mad in that fight. I probably played half of that fight completely wrong, and the other half is the part that I played right. So I was so mad about that death. He had 7,000 health left. To be fair, yes, I did mess up, but in the other 6 times I've taken that fight, I've activated brute force on the right timing, because in this fight at the beginning I just couldn't get the right timing and the patterns down because he just played so weird. I wasn't able to hit a parry, I didn't get my stuns at the right time, so basically just a whole bunch of things in a real freak accident went together to make me die there. So here I'm in absolutely no danger. I know I did take a little bit of damage, but it would take another full combo to kill me there. So we did end up taking that fight down. Unfortunately, I did get killed due to concussion. Both of those timings, I actually went back and slowed down the clips. Both of the timings where I blocked would have both landed parries. So had I not had concussion, I would not have died in those 2 fights. In the first one, it was really close to expiring, so I never expected myself to not hit the parry, but in the second one, I saw it coming and I still played it badly. So had the concussion not been there, I would have definitely not died to that fight. But now we're going into our second fight. Luckily, it's fisticuffs, which actually helps a lot because I don't mind playing debuff immune, but I'm not taking suicide damage here. So we did heal up Quake again, and we're playing against Starkey. So Starkey's a really, really bad defender. He's not even worth a diversity point. Not really sure why he's here as well. This is all or nothing as well on the node, so it's a very, very normal Quake fight. So here, I probably could have gone in for a 5-hit combo to kill him, but there I'm just going to go in for a 2-hit combo after hitting a parry just to get that fight down. So very disappointing that I died so early. That's going to make it 5 deaths on the season, 9 wars in. And now we're going into section 2. So this is encroaching stun. Last time I took this fight against Thing, I was not able to sync up the timing properly and I died. So that fight and this fight are the 2 times I've died with Quake this war. So that makes, or this season. And then I also died to a Medusa. So that's 3 deaths. So here you just got to wait till 251. Unfortunately, because of the backup or the background with the sun, it's kind of hard to see the timer at some points. But luckily I was able to see it at 251, so I started holding heavy. I don't really have an excuse for that death. It's just a bunch of things. I messed up 1 time right at the end, and then 2 insanely badly timed unlucky plays as well. So that, unfortunately, all happened. But now we're going into encroaching stun, and we are lining up the cycles perfectly. So there's another cycle. We drop this heavy, and he is going down. Very easy fight. I do not understand why he's on that node, because despite the fact that he's a control, he's one of the worst control defenders. So now we are going to be going up here and facing this Emma Frost. So on this note on Emma Frost, since she is debuff immune, there's empowered immunity. You actually can't Quake her here because whenever the stun appears on her, she's going to shrug it off instantly, or it's just never going to appear on her, and then she's going to gain a lot of power. So technically you could, if you did like a heavy, then you hit into her block, and then you baited out a special 1, then you went back to Quaking, but it's just really awkward fight, and it's not really any reason for that. So we're going to take it with the very safe option. We're going to go in with the Guillotine 2099 here, and it's a very normal fight. Of course, I won't be getting the degenerations very often until she goes into telepath form, but that's alright because I don't mind a long fight as long as I don't die. So we have the reverse controls down. I think about half the time in this fight I just end up blocking the first hit of the special 1 and evading the second, and then half the time or so I evade it, but that's just because it doesn't really matter if I evade it. So there I did fully evade both of them, but usually I just parry the first hit, and then yeah, so there I hit the parry and then I hit the evade. So that's a very safe way to do it. There we go, hit the parry again. That was only 41 damage on the block, so it's definitely a good idea. So now we just need to finish with a special 3. I honestly don't remember if Guillotine has a fight this war. I couldn't tell you after this. I don't think she does, but I could be wrong. And now, notice every time I hit a parry while I'm trying to bait her special, she's gaining a lot of power. Those are actually accidental. I'm not trying to hit all those parries, but I guess it's alright. So now we are at 82%, and she is down to 15. So I did have my crit here. It doesn't really matter. She's not control. It just made this fight go like maybe 3 hits faster. So we do end up with a 5-hit combo done there. And I tried to pop my special 3. I guess I missed the button or something like that because she hit a few times in my block. But we are ending this fight with 81%, and we picked up the charge on Guillotine. So doing pretty well. Let's go into the next fight. So we're 70-0 there. And the next fight is this Guillotine 2099 on debuff immune, physical resistance, unblockable special 1. And of course, Medusa is by far the best option for this node. So all you have to do to get rid of everything, you could use a special start 1 in this fight. It's definitely unnecessary. Don't do that if you're like a magic player, because you really need to conserve those for later wars. So yeah, we are boosting up here, even though we only have 1 fight, because Run, who's my battleground leader, is going to go in and take a shot at this Mojo boss. And if he doesn't kill it, I am back up with Guillotine. So what we're going to do in this fight is right off the start of the fight, I'm going to spam the hell out of the dash back. We're going to get all the way to my back to my corner and bait a heavy attack if she'll ever throw it. She finished 2 combos so far. She does end up going for heavy attack, so that is how you get the miss charge to get off of her. And then you just simply go in, throw a special 1, and then as long as you have 2 mediums with the combo, they are power locked and they take a lot more damage. So now we just got to bait an L2. She does actually throw it out very early, and it actually completely counters flow power gain as well. So all we really have to do is keep up this armor shatter, and because she's a robot, this is a free fight. So we're hitting a lot harder now. We didn't go for any crazy intercepts too often in this fight. So right here I realized my armor shatter was about to expire, but luckily, since we did deactivate the miss recently, we can go straight in with a 5-hit combo, or in that case a 4-hit combo into a special 1, and this should be enough to kill her with this armor shatter. So now we're just going in, trying to get to our special 2, which of course is going to kill, and then she is going to go down. So I could have probably hit an intercept there. She lined it up really nicely. I think we go for an L1 here. No, we actually got enough power for an L2. So very, very safe fight. I've taken rank 3 6-stars on this node. I've taken a Guillotine and I've taken a Warlock before. You usually take around the same amount of block damage. It doesn't really matter in that fight though. So now, before I talk about what happened this war and why we lost, I'm going to just shout out run. So if you noticed on that left side, there was a Vision Arcus on node 53. Karate Mike went in there with Doom and soloed that. It's a very, very easy fight with Doom, but it's pretty hard with anyone else. Actually, Thing could probably take that node, but it would be rough. So now Run actually went in with Magic against the Mojo boss and soloed it. So that is in Battleground 1 the first time we have soloed a Mojo boss. But that is going to be it, and I just wanted to talk about, like, shout out to him. He's my Battleground leader. He's the Alliance leader, and he does a lot of work for us. So we did end up taking the L versus E squad. So we did lose by 2 attacker kills, or sorry, 2 defender kills. We lost 18-16. That is not our best war. It's tied for our second best war ever. Of course, I was nowhere near an MVP because the defenders just didn't line up nicely for my roster to be able to take it. So unfortunately, that makes us 6-3 on the season with me having 5 deaths. So definitely not where I want to be. But the deaths certainly have improved since I died 4 times in the first 5 wars, and now it has been 4 wars I've only died once. So we were in Masters before that war, and now we are out of Masters. We're Platinum 1, Rank 3, so we're still very close. That is going to be the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will catch you guys back in another war video, which should also be uploaded the same day this one goes up. Yeah, see you later. Bye.